Welcome to this week's update. It's a fine Sunday morning here. Well, it's dry anyway. What can we expect? Had a great week off. Great response to the time lapse. Thanks very much. Like I say, it's not for everybody, and that's fair enough. I just put it up as a little extra. Got a couple of projects filmed this week for you for the next coming weeks. More in the box line really, so those will be going out. Not going to be spending a day in the shed today. I'm going to be going into the house and decorating instead, because I'm really desperate to finish that room. It's nearly finished, so nearly finished just the painting. There's still loads of work to be done in there, but it means I'll be able to start using it, and I've just to clean the carpet and it'll be ready to go. So I'm going to be going in and finishing that today. But I wanted to give a bit of an update. I only do 2, maybe 3 craft fairs in a year. That's it. I probably should do more, but I can't get weekends off, and often it's great meeting folk and stuff, but often they're not well advertised, and there's lots of problems with them, and it could be a bit of a long day where I could be in the shed making something and putting it online. But at Christmas time I think it's really important that I do go out and do at least 2 or 3, just purely because throughout the year people always asking me, where can I see your stuff? And up until when I get this room done, there's not an area that people can come in and view what I do. That area in that room, because it's going to be a clean room and it's just going to be casting, there will be my stuff all around it. It'll be full of shelving and stuff like that, so that if people want to come and see what I've got, they can come into that room and have a look at what I have in. So you know, it is quite important that I do try to get to some of the craft fairs, and it was great to do. I do this particular craft fair that I did this weekend. I've done it every year for about 4, maybe 5 years. So people often come back and they'll look for me for gifts, which is really nice, that they're specifically coming in looking for you. And also this year, lots of people from Facebook came in to see me, which was really good, because you could sort of put a face to some of the names that I see on there. So that was really nice, and it is always good to be out. I quite enjoy being out meeting people with the same interest as myself. And this year I met a few people that I knew about YouTube, which really surprised me, because the channel is so small. I was quite surprised that anybody in this area, I mean, if anybody knows the Highlands of Scotland, you're in the middle of nowhere. You know, the population's not massive here. I think there's, Inverness is, I don't know, 24,000. I mean, it's tiny. It's a tiny place. And I mean, where I live, because I live about 20 miles from town, there's probably maybe a couple of hundred if I'm lucky where I live. So when you go out and you meet people and they have come across your stuff, especially on YouTube with the massive amount of stuff that's on there, it really feels good. And there was one chap who I met and who has been commenting on YouTube. He'll know himself who I'm on about. It's Derek. Can't remember what. Anyway, it's Derek, and he met up with me and gave me this, which was just brilliant. He made this for me. I'll put it up to the camera as close as I can. Blether. Now this is the English bit at the top, and this is the Scottish bit at the bottom. Now, as you all know, I have a very broad English accent, but I shall do it. First of all, blether, dialect, chiefly Scot. A person who chatters incessantly, one who babbles on and on. I don't know who that sounds like, I have no idea. And then the Scottish bit. I met your granny down the tune. We had a right good blether together. And all you Scots out there, just don't crucify me for that one, but you had to say it. So, I met your granny down the tune. and we had a right good blather together. So anyway, thank you very, very much, Derek. It was great to meet you. And also, Derek is just, he's not fully started up, but he's working towards his own business, which is engraving. And of course he made that, and I also seen some of his other stuff while I was there, and he does some absolutely amazing stuff. There's a place up here, away in the hills anyway, and it was this monument that was built, and he actually laser engraved it onto slate, and stunning, really, really stunning stuff. So I think he'll do very well, and I'm going to keep you up to date with what Derek gets up to, because once he expands and maybe gets websites or Etsy or wherever, or however he develops, I'm going to let you know, because from what I seen yesterday, I think he's going to do very well. So anyway, thank you very much, Derek. Really appreciated meeting you yesterday, and yeah, hopefully we'll meet at maybe some more in the future. So that was my day. But anyway, the craft fairs, they're lovely. They're lovely to meet people, and great folk there, and you always get some hilarious folk too, which is good, because we're all diverse, aren't we? But anyway, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if anybody else has found that. You go out for a day and you use public toilets, and there's always somebody who's had a bad stomach before you've got in there. It just kills me. I hate using public toilets. Anyway, just had to say that. Yeah, so anyway, apart from the toilets, sore feet, sore cheeks from smiling all day, because I clearly don't do that enough. It was a great day and met loads of people, and it was a very successful sale. So I've only actually, there's possibly another one, but I've booked another one in, just a small one for the end of November, but I don't need to make anything for that. Everything's done. This week was just getting everything ready for that one, so everything's done for there. So what we're doing, I'm not coming out to the shed. I'm actually off until Wednesday, but I'm not going to be doing any work in the shed, because obviously we had to cancel IKEA a couple of weeks ago, so we're heading down tomorrow, and I'm going to finish the bedroom today, and then Tuesday afternoon the last little bits. And I had an old dressing table which I'll show you when I get in there. It was actually my daughter's, but she's nowhere to put it, and it's actually a beautiful dressing table, but it's not really anything I would use in the house neither. So I'm actually going to be taking the mirrors off the back of it, and that is going to become the crafting table. I've actually got some lino that I'm going to cut to place on top of it, just in case we do decide at some time in the future to maybe sand it down and reuse it. So yeah, so I've already got a crafting table in there. I am not going to be doing any more casting in here. That's it, definitely finished. I was thinking of maybe coming out this morning, doing a bit of casting to get a video up for you, but I've decided not to. There's too much dust. I'm not too far away from getting that room done, and all the stabilising stuff, the pressure chamber, all of that is going to be moved indoors. I have still to work out making somewhere to put these pots in. I've got a crafting table, because I've got to try and remember it. I still need to keep this for a room that can be easily tidied up should I have people come round to stay. So yeah, although it will have lots of my boxes in it and pen blanks here, there and everywhere, it has to be quite a tidy-ish room. So, but yeah, I'm going to be taking the air compressor into there, because you can't keep coming out with the pot. I'll end up spilling all the stuff in here, so that is actually going to be going in the house. But I'm actually thinking of maybe possibly, won't be this year, next year, getting a quieter model for the house, because that is incredibly noisy, and I think once I put it in that room I'll need to put earmuffs on. So that's where I am. So I've got videos coming out for you, and those will not stop, even though the changeover and everything's happening, but there might not be any cast-in ones for the next couple of weeks anyway, 2 to 3 weeks. So, but I do have some casting projects in mind, so they will be coming up, but I have a couple of other projects going out for you. So really, that's what I wanted to update you with. I just gave a quick tidy to here while I was out, and got the new stickers up on the wall, and I am now going to go in and do some decorating. This update will go out for you tomorrow, and it'll be probably Tuesday, Wednesday will be the box video. So that's what's going out this week, but a different design from what I've done before. So that'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, and I shall see you next week when we'll get the update done, and it will definitely be being done from indoors. That's the one sure thing, because the room will be finished virtually today, so for the decorating wise. So yeah, so the next time I shall see you indoors. Meanwhile, I'm going to go and figure out what we're doing with all of this so that I can get this uplifted and moved. So anyway, have a great week, stay safe wherever you are, enjoy whatever you're doing, whether it's woodcraft, needlecraft, painting, whatever it is, just enjoy what you're doing, and I shall see you again next week. Thanks very much for watching. Okay everybody, I wanted you to come back. I actually meant to do this when I was out in the shed, but I've just actually finished filming the part that you've just seen, and I've just come into the bedroom ready to start the painting. But I've been in talks with Metal Clay, metalclay.co.uk, over the last, probably about 3 weeks. The reason is they stock, obviously the amazing casting resin is one of my most valuable products because of the jewellery, and also for the other stuff that I do with it. And I've always in the past bought it from Amazon, but I could only get small containers of it there. They don't do anything bigger, and when they do, it's incredibly pricey. I've actually seen it for about £48 for the Alumilite Clear, and it was just way too pricey for me. So Metal Clays actually do a 32-ounce bottle. I don't have one here to show you. I'm going to be getting some in though, and so that's twice the amount that's in those small bottles, and I think on Amazon they're about £25 is their average price for the small bottle. Now currently at the minute you can get double that for a lot less, because that would be £50 for a 32 ounce, whereas I think we could get it around, I think it's, I'm not sure of the prices, you'll need to go out and check yourself, but it's a lot cheaper. It's a lot cheaper for me to buy in a 32-ounce bottle, and a 32-ounce bottle is a lot better bottle to start with because it's more in that bottle. So it saves me buying 2 packs of the other ones, where I've actually been buying just the small 16-ounce ones, and that's what I've been buying. So I've probably been throwing quite a bit of money away doing it that way. And so I didn't realise until not that long ago, but they do a 32-ounce. They also do the big containers of it, and it appears to be quite pricey, the big containers, but when you actually split it up into the 16-ounce bottles and how many 16-ounce bottles is in this, you'll see there is a massive saving in buying the big containers. Now I don't use enough to buy, especially Alumilite Clear. As I've said to you before, Alumilite Clear is not my favourite because it only has a small shelf life. So if I buy it, I only get 3 months to use it, and I wouldn't use those quantities in that time for my general casting. Now you can get it, you can get those big bottles there, but you can also get them with the amazing casting resin. Now they have a 12-month pot life on them, and that is a lot better, and the money that you save is quite dramatic, the amount of money you save. So I've been talking to them, and I've decided that I'm going to be starting to buy from there. I think it's cheaper for a start, so I'm not going to them because they're a company. I think they're cheaper, and I think, as you know, I try to go for the cheapest that I can get, because, you know, I do work full time in order to fund everything that I do. So so you can get the 32 ounces there. Now, they have offered me a discount code for you, and it's 10% off any resin products for your first order. It is a first order only, but if you're thinking of buying a large amount of your powders, your colours and your resin on top, 10% is 10%, it saves you some money. So I'm going to put the code that you use below in the description, and hello Dougal, the code that you use, oh god, I don't trust it when the cats are in, below in the description for you. So if you go on, you can use this. So I suggest that if you're deciding that you're going to get into resin casting, or you want to buy, make sure you buy everything at once, so you get that 10% off. So I'm delighted to bring you that, because at least I can give you something back as well for all your support. And 10%'s 10%. It's, you know, it's £1 in every £10 you spend. So if, especially if you're buying these big containers, you could save quite a market amount. So they do pretty much everything there. And I've got some news to you about metal clays as well. Metal clays is actually, they're called metal clays because they do all the clays for the silver clays and stuff that you use kilns and stuff for, and also the heat torches, the blow torches for. So, but they've realised that resin is a big thing now. So they are actually starting a whole new website, so they're going to be changing over to that. I don't think, just from my conversation, I don't think anything's set in stone. It's definitely going to be called the House of Resin. I know that much, but nothing's set up yet. But that is something that's going to happen, and that is really good news for us in the UK, because we struggle to get so many of the products. I mean, metal clays do the cactus juice as well. Now we can't get cactus juice anywhere else in the UK but there, and import taxes cost us such a lot. I mean, I've just paid import taxes today on a very small order, and it, you know, it really does add up. I think it was nearly half the order was in my custom charges. So so that's really good news, because it means that they will expand and we can keep up with all of you in the US and the products that you use, because we see it all the time on YouTube what you're using, but we often can't get hold of it. So there is some really good news there. So I mean, they do the cactus juice when you see me stabilising. I'm going to be stabilising in a couple of weeks, because I need to get the rings that I was talking about. I need to get some wood stabilised for that. So I'm going to be doing that with yous, which will be done in here. And there's probably quite an echo on this today, and the lighting's appalling because the lights haven't arrived for this room yet, so I apologise for that. So anyway, so keep an eye on metal clays as well. They do lots of great stuff, and I shall put a link to metal clays below, and then the discount code that you'll need to use before you check out in there. I'll also place that down below. Like I say, go have a look around. I do suggest that if you're going to club together, do a few bits all at one time, so that it makes it worth your while. The more you order for this one order, the more deduction you'll get. So anyway, that's it. So you will see a lot more of the metal clay stuff coming in, because they sell just about everything that I use, including the Scorpies, the Fimo clays, all the casting stuff, and all the stabilising stuff. And they also do the cactus juice colours, which I also don't think is anywhere else in the UK. So I'm hoping that you'll see all that stuff coming up in the future. So anyway, thanks very much for holding on for this little bit. All the information is below in the description. You might need to press the more bit to find out all the information, but it'll all there for you. And thanks very much. That's me definitely off now. Thank you.